Batting third, number 9, Jake Powell. Batting fourth, number 7, Jake Curbo. Batting fifth, number 8, Carson Plunkett. Batting sixth, number 3.
All right, good evening.
Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Number
Woods
14,
Field on the beautiful campus of East Texas Baptist University down in Marshall, Texas, for tonight's 4A baseball playoff against the visiting on the scoreboard Lindale Eagles and the home team Pleasant Grove Hawks. You are watching Pleasant Grove Hawk baseball on Texarkana game day. And Jay, when it comes to playoff series and or not series, it all comes down to a coin flip, and the coach at Lindale won the coin flip, and so tonight will be a one-game winner-take-all, and anything can happen out there between the stripes on a baseball diamond.
Yeah, both of these teams coming in as the number 1 seed out of their district. Pleasant Grove coming in 15-4A as the number 1 seed, and Lindale coming in as the 16-4A number 1 seed. And we do have a common game between the two, and it was definitely earlier in the season when both of these teams, I really don't think, had their identity. And Pleasant Grove did win that matchup. It was 4-2 in a tournament, and they actually faced Brenton Clark, which I don't think they will see him on the mound tonight.
No, Brenton Clark has not pitched, especially once you get into district. We're going to turn it over now to the PA and the national anthem. All right, that's our national anthem. We do want to let you know that once you get into the playoffs, even though you broadcast the games all year long, you have to pay for rights to the UIL. And so tonight's game is being presented by Anderson Orthodontics as well as Mims Insurance. And so you'll hear us talking about those guys this evening. They are how we are able to bring this game to you, in addition to all of the other sponsors that you will see on the screen throughout the evening and on the commercials. But we do want to give a big shout out to Anderson Orthodontics as well as the Mims Insurance Agency for helping to underwrite and sponsor tonight's game for us to bring it to you live here on Texarkana Game Day via Facebook and YouTube. Jay Hunter Rose gets the start on the mound for the Leopards. The sophomore left-hander has had a successful season, started off slow due to injury, but really has come on in the last couple of games. Pitched a no-hitter a couple of weeks ago, and I talked to Coach Fincher and I said, man, one game, they're just trying to get something. He said, yeah. He said, but if you tell me I have one game and I get Hunter Rose on the mound in our lineup, he said, I'll take that chance.
Well, he comes in tonight with limited innings pitched, but still has a 0 ERA. And I talk about this every game that we call, but you know, when you've got more strikeouts than inning pitches or inning pitched, that's going to be pretty impressive. And you know, if you look on the other side of the field, you're going to see tonight's starter for Lindale absolutely phenomenal. He's coming in with 68 innings pitched and 97 strikeouts. So and his ERA is under 1, coming in at .951. So I expect to see a true pitcher's duel tonight. and it's just going to be determined by whose bats get hot at the right time. And so weather will definitely not be an issue tonight. It's coming in at 78 degrees. It actually took me a while to find the flag in right field because it was basically just hanging directly down on the pole, and wind is very, very negligible, if anything at all. And so it's going to be a night of pitching, and I believe we looked at the field. We've got 325 to left field, 335 to right field, and it's going to take a 400-foot shot to take it out of center field tonight.
Stepping into the box now for the Eagles is number 5, Caden Fleming, the shortstop. And he looks at strike one in from Hunter Rose, and Rose gets set quickly again.
And we don't have the story on Fleming, but he does have some limited reps. But he is coming in tonight with 3 hits and a 300 batting average, so he may have been out due to some injury early in the season.
High pop-up, and the first baseman, Ty Boozer, looking for it, and he gets it there. Looking around the defense of the Hawks, the battery mate for Hunter Rose behind the plate, number 24, Cade Martin over at third, number 19, Spencer Browning, the shortstop tonight, number 4, Jared Halter, Brenton Clark, number 2, manning second base, Ty Boozer, who just made the out there, is the first baseman. Left field, number 21, Landon West, Jace Elrod, the center fielder, wearing number 6, and Walker Wright, sophomore, wears number 10 in right field. Shot up the middle now from the second man up. That's number 1, Ty McCoy, the left fielder for Lindale. And the Eagles have a man on base with a base hit, first pitch shot right back over the pitcher's head. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 9, Jake Powell.
Yeah, Powell comes in with a 337 batting average and is leading the team in hits with 31. And McCoy, who is on first base, actually has 12 stolen bases, so he may try to take a few extra steps on Rose, but he has a good move to first base.
Rose, a little outside pitch. I'm not sure if that qualifies as a pitch out or not. Cade Martin was looking down at first base the whole time, so maybe they expected a little action over there by McCoy, and now Rose will check him back. 1-0 the count now, as Hunter Rose shakes off the first call from Martin. Now back to first. And again, McCoy gets down under the tag of Ty Boozer.
Yeah, Rose actually has a couple of pickoffs already this season and just has a really good flick to get the ball over to first base.
Yeah, back in that Ranch View series, he kind of flummoxed the runners over there. This one a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes now the count. Sun beginning to go down, just a little bit of light on the right field fence. This one a shot toward right field, and Walker Wright is going to be unable to get to it. This one goes all the way to the wall. Wright hits the cutoff man, Brenton Clark. He fires it home, but it will not be in time to get Ty McCoy. And so Jake Powell with a double to the fence, and Lindale strikes first. And they lead 1-0 early here in Marshall.
Yeah, Coach Fincher going to go and talk to his team, pulls the entire infield in to talk about things, and you're just going to have to figure out how Hunter Rose is able to answer this. You know, Hunter's only a sophomore, but he has definitely pitched like an older classman so far when we have seen him. So Lindale's going to have a runner on second with just 1 out in this first inning.
And they'll certainly look the part. You look at their guys out there, they got some big-looking kids. Jake Currow now, number 7, the center fielder. Right-hander steps into the box. Wants to get very close to the inside of the plate there. Rose checks the runner at second. Little off-speed pitch down the middle for strike one.
Yeah, Kerbo comes in with a .329 batting average and second on the team in hits with 28.
Halter and Clark both taking turns to keep the runner close on second. This one a little outside pitch, foul. For strike two as Rose gets Curl to chase. And is ahead in the count. Hunter Rose hoping to try to get out of this inning without any more damage. Brenton Clark now giving signals back in from second base. This one inside, just off the plate for ball one. Cade Martin trying his best to frame that one up. Maybe try to convince Blue that it was a strike.
Well, Kerbo sort of flinched, probably helped sell that as an inside pitch as well.
This one fouled off to the right into the parking lot. Not sure if anybody got any of those close parks up near the stadium, but if so, they may be looking at some new glass or so as it bounced into the parking lot.
Well, and if so, Billy Lavender knows probably a good company that he could refer them to.
Got him a new window via the long ball a few weeks ago. Rose now with the pitch. This one right back to him. And it's a double play as he turns around. Heady play by the pitcher. Heady play by the second baseman. And the Hawks get out of the inning, giving up one run. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, folks. Welcome back here to Marshall as we head into the bottom of the first. It'll bring up Pleasant Grove, and the pitcher for the Eagles is number 17, Jackson LeGros. And, Jay, we were talking about that. Hudson LeGros is the guy that has kind of been their dude all season, but Jackson is in now. We don't know maybe if there's twins. Obviously, most likely brothers for sure. Pleasant Grove will lead off the inning with Brenton Clark, Jarrett Halter, and Spencer Browning. The first three up. Looking around the defense for Lindale. LeGros is the pitcher. Caleb Hart is the man behind the plate. Carson Plunkett at first base. Ryan Betts at second base. Caden Fleming is the shortstop. Jake Powell plays third. Ty McCoy is the left fielder. Jake Kerbo is the center fielder. And Jackson Parker is playing right field. So Brenton Clark steps into the box. Clark on the season hitting .447. 46 hits on the year.
Well, LeGros comes in this game with 2 wins, only 11 innings pitched. Does have 14 strikeouts in those 11 innings, and his ERA is coming in at 1.63, and he's holding other teams to a 175 batting average.
And Brenton Clark looks at ball one from the lefty LeGros. And you could hear the Lindale crowd maybe wanting that one right there on the edge of the plate. A little bit of a tight strike zone tonight from Blue. Chopper off to the right side into the home dugout from Clark.
And the outfield may be extra speedy, but it does look like they are playing Brenton Clark a little in tonight.
Yeah. No wind out there on the flags now at center field. right center, I guess. That ball again outside. The 2-1 now to Clark. They say that one was a little bit high. We just have an odd angle here, Jay. That would look down the middle to me, but
Brenton Clark
didn't
agreed.
move, and the umpire didn't move, so it must have been a little high. We're at a little bit higher angle than we're used to seeing. This one, a chopper over to first. The first baseman, Plunkett, able to field it easily, get over and tag the base. And the Hawks have one man down here in the first, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jarrett Halter.
Yeah, Jarrett Halter coming in with a .284 batting average, and he's got 6 doubles on the season, and has earned his way on first base 16 times by way of walk.
This one just catches the inside corner. It'll be a strike one against Jarrett. He uses up the entire thing, and this one hits him, and he'll make his way to first.
Now batting, number 19, Spencer Browning.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Spencer Browning. And the man on deck is the catcher, number 24, Cade Martin.
Yeah, Spencer Browning coming in with a .351 batting average and 33 hits so far. Team leading effort with triples at 7. And more importantly, 4 home runs, which also leads the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
Spencer looks at a low strike one just at the knees, and yeah, he had a big home run in that last series against Ranchview at their place to kind of break that game open. He looks at this one high and outside.
And the outfield just seems to be playing a little bit on in.
They must feel like they can get back on something if something's hit hard, or maybe they feel like the field's really big. And this one is going to be inside, and it comes way inside and actually goes behind Browning. And I know your instincts are to flinch. Maybe if he hadn't, he would have got a free base, but I'm not sure that I want to take a base that way. The 2-1 now from LeGros. That one's outside. Caleb Hart tried to frame it up. I think it was just a little bit too far off the right side of the plate there. Now Spencer's ahead in the count, 3-1. Halter with a little motion. He easily steps back. LeGros sort of a half-hearted effort toward first over there. He just show Halter something. This one, a rocket fouled toward the third base side off the little barrier there that the Lindale players are leaning up against.
Yeah, that was brother LeGros that quickly made a little dance there, thinking that ball might come through the fence.
Full count now for Spencer here. Big spot in the game, 1 out. Hawks with 1 man on first. And this one, not sure if it hit him on the foot or not. Regardless, it bounced off the ground, and it was either ball 4 or hit by pitch. But the Hawks now with 2 men on, 1 out, and that brings up Cade Martin, the big senior catcher for the Hawks, and he does hit with some power. Cade, a couple of home runs on the season. 3 triples and 5 doubles, hitting .361. See the catcher go out and sort of confer with his pitcher.
Well, and Cade Martin leads the team on earning first base through a walk, so you expect him to have a good eye.
So we talked about anticipating a pitcher's duel, and now both teams have had multiple men on in their first at bats. Cade Martin looks at strike 1. Pretty good crowd here tonight. Most of the stands filled up, split right down the middle. Big swing and a miss from Martin there. And that one kind of fell off on him right at the end, but I think he might have been trying to send that thing somewhere. It's a big swing there from the catcher.
Yeah, big cut there by Martin. See if he can advance these Pleasant Grove runners.
Okay, down 0-2 now. This one a shot toward right. Jackson Parker backs up for it, catches it. And the Hawks will not be able to check up there. And I'm not sure if Halter was a little bit too far off or what the plan was there. But no one to move around. There are 2 outs now, and that brings up Hunter Rose with a chance to help himself out. Hawks with 2 outs here with 2 men on.
Yeah, similar to Cade Martin, he also has 2 home runs so far, and that's just with some limited play, and does come in with a .312 batting average. See what he can do with LeGros' next pitch.
Pretty good hole there between left and center if he could maybe put something out toward that Tiger logo. This one bounced off the turf. Even outside the circle there. I'm not sure if that one just got away from LeGros. Regardless, it'll be ball 1. Halter and Browning both moving around a little bit. This one a shot straight to the second baseman. Batsy gets it to Fleming for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Hawks will strand 2. We head to the top of the 2nd. Lindale leading it 1-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
Welcome back here to ETBU in Marshall as we get ready to start the top of the 2nd. Pleasant Grove versus Lindale. Tonight's game brought to you by the Mims Insurance Agency. Check in with David or Drew Mims. Also brought to you by Anderson Orthodontics. And they do a great job over there. Got a couple of fry kids getting their teeth straightened out over there at Anderson Orthodontics.
Got a smile in New York City by Anderson Orthodontics.
Up to the plate now for the Eagles, the first baseman, number 8, Carson Plunkett, I think number 6 in the lineup. This one a high towering fly ball, and Ty Boozer able to easily slide under it into foul territory. 1 down. Here starting the 2nd, that'll bring up number 3, the catcher, Caleb Hart.
Yeah, Caleb comes in with a .243 batting average and comes in with 18 hits and has advanced to first base 7 times on a walk.
He swings foul on an inside pitch from Rose. Hunter kind of jammed him up on that one. And Hart tried to get around on it. Unable to catch up in time. This one a shot right back to Rose. He fires it over to first. And it'll be out number 2. Well, the second time Hunter's had to play a little defense and defensive himself there on the mound. Brings up the designated hitter, Cody Hendrick. He is hitting in place of the pitcher, Jackson LeGros.
Yeah, Hendrick coming in with a .250 batting average, 14 hits, 3 of those being doubles.
And this one is going to bounce off his left leg as Hunter Rose has one get away from him. So now each pitcher puts a man on via the hit batsman. And so that'll bring up number 4, the second baseman, Ryan Betts.
And he is only the second Lindale player with a home run so far this season. Comes in at a .237 batting average.
Number 8 hitter in the lineup. Hawks playing a similar position out in the field. This one low from Rose. Rolls in there to Cade Martin.
Now Rose definitely taking an eye to first base.
Hendrick getting a big lead over there. This one a strike just on the outside corner. Tie it up at 1-1, but yeah, Cody Hendrick, a lot of motion over there from the man on first. Only showing 1 out, but there are 2. And now they get Hendrick caught on the base paths. He's trying to get back. And Jarrett Halter gets it to Rose, and Hendrick is out. And the Hawks are out of the inning, and so Hunter Rose once again with a move to first catches a base runner just a little bit too far out there. And the Eagles go down 1-2-3. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day. All right, welcome back here to Marshall as we head into the bottom of the second. The Hawks
Number 23, Buck
get the
Anderson.
first 3 batters out. The last one thrown out on the base pass. That'll bring up the designated hitter now for the Hawks to lead off. The second, Buck Anderson. He is hitting in place of the left fielder, Landon West. Buck will be followed by Jace Elrod and Walker Wright. Looks at a ball inside.
Yeah, Buck coming in with a .256 batting average. He's got 3 doubles and 3 triples this season and 1 home run.
This one, strike again just on the outside edge there, and LeGros has been able to find that spot a few times this evening. This one down the middle, a little chopper, foul left. Buck just getting on top of that one. Of course, Buck, the son of Dr. Anderson over at Anderson Orthodontics, who helps us bring you tonight's game. The 1-2 now. And Buck looks at ball 2 inside. And pitchers so far have just not been able to get that call on the inside corner. This one off of his foot, and he took a little trip getting down to first, but he is
Now batting.
there now.
LeGros has missed his last 2 spots. Both of those pitches have been called for to be outside, and he's come inside twice on Anderson, and that puts Anderson on first base. So
now stepping in from the left side, Jace Elrod, the center fielder. And And he looks at ball one inside to him. You got Elrod, Walker Ryan, and Ty Boozer. The next three up for the Hawks.
Anderson does have 7 stolen bases on the year.
He gets a big lead from over there at first. As Jace looks at ball two, that one inside as well. And so LeGros trying to get the strike zone dialed in here in the bottom of the second. This one outside, it's going to get behind the catcher. Anderson will stand up easily to second as Caleb Hart has to go all the way to the wall to pick that one up, and he's going to go have a short conversation with LeGros out on the mound. Now the Hawks with a man in scoring position, no outs, looking to at least try to tie this thing up here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, LeGros just not hitting at spots these last couple of pitches, and just gotta wonder if you start making some adjustments on the rubber. Just try to change that arm slot just a little bit to get it back on target.
We're in a big field here, lots of room out there in the outfield, and as we talked about, their outfielders are in pretty good. This one is going to hit Elrod. Elrod gets on first. Now the Hawks with 2 on. And the number 8 man in the lineup, Walker Wright, playing right field. Step in. He's a sophomore. Quite a bit of playing time as well. We'll see him on the mound several times this year as well. And now the coach for the Eagles wants to take a second to go talk about it, and we'll see if
we do have
going to stay in.
And we do have brother LeGros in the bullpen, who has thrown a few pitches already.
Maybe they were just trying to see what they could get out of Jackson here starting. But yeah, I think everybody might have been a little bit surprised by Jackson getting the start today. If you saw on Texarkana game day, we were allowed to let the boys tour the field house today. Still not able to occupy that space, waiting on some things for the elevator, and the contractors are working to get that facility finished up. But the coaches wanted to be able to show the guys that space before we got to the summertime. And so you can see just a few snippets of the young men getting to get in to see that. But on game day here pretty soon, they will have a full walkthrough of that facility. It's just part of all the updates going on around Pleasant Grove this year. Of course, this summer, a lot of work will be happening at the middle school. A new cafeteria at the high school will be open for school to start. And the theater folks were just able to move into their new scene shop. And so exciting times around the Grove as it comes through construction. And so be on the lookout for some of those things coming up. All right, after the talk at the mound now, we're back at it. Walker Wright stepping in from the right side. Men on first and second for the Hawks, and he shows bunt, pulls it out, that one way outside. Caleb Hart able to keep that one from getting past him. And Walker steps in again, and again, his toes all the way on the line of the batter's box. Again, shows bunt again. And this one hits him as it's inside. And Pleasant Grove has the bases loaded with the number 9 hitter up, and probably not the number 9 hitter you want to see if you're an opponent.
No, Ty Boozer has been phenomenal in that 9 spot, and Coach Fincher has got to feel good with Ty Boozer up there with bases loaded. Ty Boozer comes in with a .329 batting average and has gone yard once and has 9 doubles. So Pleasant Grove looking to possibly get rid of their goose egg on the scoreboard tonight. And you mentioned all of the many amenities that Pleasant Grove is doing to their campuses, and I would definitely invite every single alumni to come and visit over the next couple of months during the summertime just to see this growth, and definitely show up at the football games for sure. As an alum myself, got the opportunity to take a look at the athletic facility today, and all I can say is I'm very proud to be a Pleasant Grove Hawk and everything that they have accomplished in providing to our students now.
And so it is just a lot of excitement, again, around the athletic facilities as well as everything else. Of course, at the beginning of this year, we were able to open up the new Career and Tech Center there at the high school. Health science floors, robotics. Of course, those guys just came back from the World Championships again. And so they have a fantastic robotics lab there at the high school that they're able to work in. And then again, the middle school. If you saw the front of that, a new entrance up there. That office has all been remodeled. And this summer, the day that kids get out of school, we'll start some demolition over there inside, and we'll have that thing ready to go back. All new flooring, paint, lighting, new furniture over at the middle school, and really give that campus a new look from top to bottom. Then, of course, at the high school, the old cafeteria. Many of you used to the cafeteria with the multiple levels in it. Of course, it's been filled in with concrete for this entire season, but a new 500-seat cafeteria being built. You can see that there from McKnight Road. Have a big curved, a lot of natural light coming in the top of that building, and that'll allow us then to build a career and counseling center as well as some increased spaces for our band students inside the current cafeteria. And then again, the scene shop for theater. They are getting that outfitted now. The building is done, so they're working on getting all the tools and everything in there for them to be able to build the props and sets and everything that they do in that incredible program. And then just other cosmetic work going on the other campuses. And so all of that is just an incredible investment from the community in Pleasant Grove. We are certainly appreciative of the trust that you have in us, not only with your kids every day, but also with the funding to get these things going. And as Jay said, come by, check that stuff out. We'd love to show you around. And, you show up too much in the summertime, Jay, though, and I may give you a paintbrush and a hammer if you want to come hang out for one day. All right, so a new man on the mound now is Hudson LeGros. And he will step in with the bases loaded, Ty Boozer. The man in the box for Pleasant Grove, and Ty fouls the first pitch off out into the parking lot. And that thing left out of here like a rocket.
Yeah, velocity is definitely going to be Hudson's go-to. He's coming in at 6'5", at about 175, 180 as far as the weight goes.
This one up just a little bit high to leaving the count at 1 apiece. And the Hawks threatening here in the bottom of the second. Boozer swings at one that looked a little low from up here, chops over the top of it. It bounces it back to the net. That foul will make the count 1-2. Following Boozer, we go back to the top of the lineup. Brenton Clark, Jared Halter. The next two up. This one low and outside, 2-2. You could hear the Lindale crowd wanting that one, but just tell by how Caleb Hart set up on that one, it was low and outside. Foul again, off to the right side. Good at bat by Boozer, and there's a young lady sitting over there on the side who may not even know how lucky she is. That ball just grazing over her head. Boozer fighting this one off a little bit inside. Just does a good job to protect the plate there. Fires it over at Coach Hart. Brenton Clark had to jump out of the way in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, we talked about a camera that was being posted over there just inside the dugout, and that came pretty close to hitting the camera.
This one a chopper back to first. The Eagles come to home, get the out there, and then to first for the double play. So a big-time play on defense for the Eagles. Now you have two down as Brenton Clark steps in, still with Hawks on second and third. But a good heads-up play there by Hudson LeGros. fielding that chopper going back to the mound, and they are going to put Clark on. They say they don't want anything to do with him as they have an open base. And so once again, we have bases loaded. And that brings up Jarrett Halter. So if you're Halter, it's a good opportunity to make them pay for that decision there with Clark. And Halter ducks to miss what would have been an RBI, but that one up there at the head, as you say, Jay, made a good business decision.
Absolutely. We've still got a few more innings left in this game.
The 1-0 now. This one does catch the inside corner, strike one, right at the knees on the inside corner there to Halter. Halter, the shortstop for the Hawks. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, good curveball there. Catches Halter sort of getting way ahead of that one.
In the first inning, he was hit by a pitch to get on. That was with LeGros' brother. This one, chopper over into the third base dugout, just over the head of some of the Lindale players. Doing a good job to stay alive.
Yeah, another off-speed pitch, and Halter getting out in front of that and making sure everyone in the Lindale dugout was paying attention.
Big spot for Halter now. It'd be a good time to get a good base hit out there in the gap. Try to get a couple of Hawks across. The 1-2, LeGros steps off. Walker right. Scampers back over to second base. Bases loaded. Halter over to third. Fielded by the third baseman, and he gets it to the second baseman just before Brenton Clark can slide in, and the Hawks threatened but couldn't get any runs across in the bottom of the second. We'll head to the top of three. Pleasant Grove trailing 1-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in.
Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
All right, welcome back here to ETBU. Tonight's matchup brought to you by Anderson Orthodontics. Stop by and see Dr. Anderson and the entire team over there. Also presented by Mims Insurance Agency. David and Drew Mims, just over on Calhoun Creek. Stop and see them for all your insurance needs. Hunter Rose still on the mound for the Hawks. He was able to get the first three batters out in the last inning. One of those,
Leading off, number 4, Ryan Betts.
Pickoff over at first. And so number 4, Ryan Betts, the second baseman, will lead off the third. The Hawks threatened in the bottom of the second, unable to get anybody across, though. Still a 1-0 ball game. This one a pitch outside, ball one from Hunter Rose.
Got a score of interest. Liberty Diallo leads the North Lamar Panthers 5-1.
Shot to center field, Jace Elrod sliding over under it. And so, Liberty Diallo in a one-game playoff as well. North Lamar opting for a one-game series in that one. They're playing over at Winsboro. You see 3 teams from our district all in round 3 of the playoffs here. Number 10 now, Jackson Parker, the right fielder. Stepping in for Lindale. After him, we'll go back to the top of the order. with Caden Fleming.
Yeah, the winner of tonight's matchup with Pleasant Grove and Lindale will play the winner of the Salina Godley series, and Salina's already won their first game and is leading today's game 5-0.
Rose fires this one in just a little bit low. I think it's 2-1. I think they may have it wrong on the big board out here. This one a big swing and a miss. Hunter gets the call he wants. This one inside, and he bounces it off the head of Parker, and so Parker will trot over to first base. That one high and inside, gets away from Rose, and now
number 5, Caden Fleming.
Lindale with a man back up. Fleming did reach his first time up.
Yeah, he flew out. Ty Boozer was able to catch that.
So he did. One out here in the top of the third, and the runner from first goes, and he is going to get in there in time. And so Parker, the right fielder, now in scoring position.
And that is his 7th stolen base of the season. Had a good lead off first base there. Took advantage of an off-speed pitch.
Fleming looks at strike one. That one right down the middle from Rose.
Fincher steps out and gives Halter a call sign. Now they're going to cover second base.
Rose sends it now. That one a little outside, ball 2. 2-1. So a little gamesmanship out there on the base paths, and we'll see how big of a lead Parker gets at second. Foul ball off and to the right for Fleming. That'll even the count at 2-2.
Definitely want to take a moment to thank all of those that are watching our stream, and would love for you to like and share so that we can get as many eyeballs on these Pleasant Grove Hawks here tonight.
Just a reminder, tonight's game, a one-game winner-take-all matchup from here in Marshall. Originally scheduled for last night, moved to tonight due to weather. Now the batter wants to take just a little bit of time as Rose was giving a little extra attention out there to the second baseman. Halter now moves back, and again a foul ball. Over to the right side as Fleming tries to catch up to the pitch from Rose. That one just off the top of the net there on the right field side.
Yeah, Fleming basically just throws his bat out there just to protect that strike zone.
Still a 2-2 count with one out here in the top of the third. This one inside. Fleming able to get out of the way of it. And now the count will be full for the sophomore Hunter Rose.
We have first base open.
This one a chopper back to first. Rose throws over to third. The lead runner is out as Spencer Browning is able to tag Jackson Parker. And so a big out there, good heads-up play by the pitcher Rose to get the lead runner out. 2 outs now as Ty McCoy steps in, the left fielder.
And Ty had a single in the first inning and increased that batting average that was .309 coming into the game.
A little shot straight up the middle. Rose with a throw back over to first to keep Fleming in over there, and we'll see if Lindale learned anything from the earlier inning. And just back is Fleming, that one close, and now you can see the first base coach going over to have a talk with him. See if Rose can convince him to keep trying to maybe get out just a little bit further.
Yeah, Ty Boozer was really, really wanting that one. Felt like he had the tag there in time, but that is not how it was seen.
Little pitch out as Cade Martin stands up to see if Fleming was going to try to take off there from first. The 1-0, I'm not really sure. Yeah, so it was a strike. So a check swing by McCoy, but he sort of maybe disrupted a little bit of what Cade Martin was doing there. The ball got away, so Fleming is over on second in scoring position. The count is 1-1 as the home plate umpire checked down with the man at third. He said yes, he did go. Swing and a miss. This one right down the middle at the knees. So we'll see if Rose can deal with McCoy here at the plate and get out of this one. Eagles with a man on second. Jake Powell, the third baseman, the next man up, and McCoy once again has a base hit. And it is going to score the second run of the evening as Caden Fleming comes around from second. Ty Boozer cut off the throw from the outfield from Elrod.
So back-to-back singles for McCoy, and that one being with an RBI.
So now number 9, Jake Powell steps in, the third baseman, and Coach Fincher come out to talk to Rose. Don't see anybody getting warmed up, and he does. So we're going to shift some folks around. Looks like Jared Halter is going to come in now. He's going to shift everybody around. So Hunter Rose will head out to center field. I'll move Jace Elrod over to left. Landon West will come in. He's going to move Spencer Browning over to shortstop.
Halter coming in with a 1.39 ERA, 3 wins, and 37 strikeouts on 35.1 innings pitched, and has been able to hold opposing teams to a 184 batting average. Halter coming in, getting a couple throws in.
Christian May will be at second now. Spencer Browning at short. Halter pitching. Elrod in left. Hunter Rose moves to center field, the right side of the Hawk defense.
Well, May will actually be at third, and Spencer moving over to short.
Oh, yeah. I wrote it down right. I just read it wrong.
Derek coming in. The man on first.
Of course, that man does belong to Hunter Rose. Let's see if Jarrett can come in, get a quick out here. He will contend with Jake Powell, the third baseman.
And he ripped a shot over Hunter Rose's head in the first inning and had a stand-up double.
All the way to the wall. He was the one responsible for the first run in tonight's game. Halter checks the man at first. McCoy is able to get back. Halter lost speed. I don't know. Maybe it was high.
Yeah, Cade's frame was pretty good, but the umpire just was not going to give a high strike.
Jarrett once again checks the man on first, trying to keep him close. The 1-0 now. Inside, and it hits Powell, and so now Lindale with a man on first and second. That'll bring up the center fielder, Jake Kerbo, a .329 hitter with an .827 on base percentage.
And I wrote that he lined out. I believe he lined out straight back to Hunter Rose, his first at bat.
Chopper fouled back to the backstop. There'll be no balls and one strike. Not sure who's running the scoreboard here. That one up high. Now 1-1.
I left that curve up just a little bit. Batter definitely backed up on that motion by Halter.
Big swing and a miss. That one right at the numbers down the middle. Jared Halter with a chance to get out of this inning with not any more damage. This one fouled high over the right field side, out into the parking lot. Got several young Hawk fans running out there to retrieve that ball. I'm not sure if they still give out free snow cones for the foul balls. Halter inside, and he hits a man, and now the Eagles, with the bases loaded, after
now batting, number 8, Carson Plunkett.
Halter puts the first two men on that he sees via the hit batter. Still 2 outs.
Lindale crowd up and alive, making plenty of noise.
Carson Plunkett, the first baseman, looks at ball one. Big spot in the ball game here for the Hawks. Jared Halter tries to step in and take some of the momentum. Big strike there from the junior. Halter's been a consistent presence on the mound. That one a little low, and
Fincher going out to talk to Halter and tells his infielders to stay in place. And Halter grabbed the rosin and threw a very good strike in there, and it's definitely a humid night.
Yeah.
Where it's 75, but just feels a little muggy right now.
It's a little bit sticky. Plunkett steps back in now. The 2-1 from Halter. A shot to center field. Hunter Rose comes up and gets it. Great play by Hunter Rose. Turns on the Jets to get under that one, and the Hawks get out of the inning. Only one run. The Eagles left 3 men on the bags. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Pleasant Grove trailing 2-0. We head to the bottom of 3. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Got Spencer, then Cade. All right, we are back in Marshall. The Eagles had a very threatening inning, Jay. We talked about it. Looked got a little momentum going their way, but the Hawks able to get out of it with only 1 run on the board. We head into the bottom of the 3rd, trailing 2-0. Due up this inning, Spencer Browning, Cade Martin, and Hunter Rose.
Number 19, Spencer Browning.
Browning now the shortstop. Let's see if the Hawks can get into this lead and get something going here in this inning. And Browning looks at strike 1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove still looking for their first hit of the game.
And there it is, a shot just over the pitcher's head into center field, and Spencer Browning on cue gets a man on. You should have said that in the first inning, Jay.
Well, I'll do that the next game.
24, Cade Martin.
Cade Martin now stepping in, the senior catcher.
Yeah, Cade Martin flew out at his first opportunity to face Lindale.
Cade steps in from the right side. Looks at ball 1 low.
Browning does have 11 stolen bases for the season, 2nd on the team.
See how big of a lead he gets over there. This one just on the outside corner, called strike. You can probably hear some folks bouncing back and forth in front of the press box out here, if you could hear them talking into the crowd, Mike. Browning shot into the middle, hits second base. Excuse me, not Browning. Martin. Browning is out at second. Martin is out at first. Double play straight back to the shortstop, Fleming. And the Eagles play it well.
Now batting, number 1.
And now Hunter Rose steps in.
Yeah, Fleming did a good job playing that ball off of the pitcher's glove.
Hunter Rose looks at ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of 3rd. This one a little blooper right over second base. It will get down just in front of the center fielder, and that brings up Buck Anderson. Buck, the designated hitter. I assume now maybe he's hitting for
Now batting, number 23,
Christian
Buck
May.
Anderson.
See if Hawks can get a 2-out rally going here. After Buck, you will have Jace Elrod. And Buck fouls off. First pitch inside sort of jammed him up. I think he was just trying to get out of the way and unfortunately bounced off of his bat there. The 0-1 now as Hunter Rose gets a lead over at first. He dives back in. Well ahead of the tag. Buck standing more in the middle of the batter's box. The catcher set up outside, and Buck with a shot down the right field side. Bounces off the low wall where several people are standing. He's down 0-2 on 2 foul balls, and the ball bounced back into the field of play. So the second baseman for the Eagles had it, and they now get it off the field. And we're back ready to go. Buck, a little chopper. Be fielded by the shortstop. He fires over to first. Gets there in time. The Hawks leave 1 man on in the bottom of 3. No runs scored. They do get a couple of hits. But Lindale heads into the top of the 4th, leading 2-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, welcome back here to Marshall Woods Field here on the campus of East Texas Baptist University as we head into the top of the 4th. Pleasant Grove trailing 2-0. Jared Halter, the man on the bump for the Hawks. A foul ball over to the left side as the catcher, Caleb Hart, tries to turn on the first pitch, and that one was just outside, and Christian May had laid out to try to get there. If that thing had been fair, it would have been dangerous.
Yeah, it was a slow roller. Fortunate that it was foul.
Ball 1 in there, a little bit high. This one low and outside. 2-1 now, the count. This one outside, just gets outside the glove of Cade Martin, and he says, hey, that one's on me. Let's Jarrett know. But the count is 3-1 now to Caleb Hart. He gets under this strike, high into center field. Hunter Rose easily slides under it. And there's one down here in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, number 14, Cody Hendrick.
Bring up number 14, the designated hitter, Cody Hendrick.
Yeah, Hendrick reached first with a hit by pitch, so he's looking to put his first ball in play tonight. Great job there framing by Cade Martin. That may have been on the outside corner anyway, but it sure did look good after Cade moved it just a tad.
Big strike
Another
one
good
there, and
pitch.
now strike two from Halter. Yeah, that's a good job there by Cade. The 0-2, this one. Over to second base, Brenton Clark. Quick pitch to Ty Boozer. And we have two down. That brings up number 4, the number 8 man in the lineup, second baseman Ryan Betts. See if Halter can get Pleasant Grove out of this inning before the Eagles get a chance to start their lineup again. And now Halter, the big called strike one.
Yeah, Betts did put his first at bat out in play, but it was a fly out, so he is yet to step on first base tonight.
He looks at the first two strikes there, and Halter quickly back. Strike three straight down the middle, and Jared Halter sets them down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. The Hawks trailing 2-0. We'll see if we can get some momentum started in the bottom half of the inning. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We believe in banking made easy.
To make life easier for you.
Welcome back here to Marshall. Just a reminder, tonight's game brought to you by Anderson Orthodontics. They help underwrite tonight's presentation. Also by the Mims Insurance Agency, David and Drew Mims. Of course, David Mims, the voice of the Hawks at all of our home games there on the PA. Fantastic job. Stop and see them for all your insurance needs. Pleasant Grove's Jace Elrod now steps in from the left side. Hudson LeGros, the man on the mound, and Elrod shows bunt, pulls it back, but it is a called strike one, a little off-speed pitch, and now the catcher maybe wants to go have a conversation with LeGros. Now, what do we do if Elrod does start this off with a bunt? The Hawks with the 7, 8, 9 hitters up. Elrod, Walker Wright, and Ty Boozer. Try to get things going here in the bottom of the fourth. Jace fouls off strike two.
Jace did reach first base early in the game with a hit by pitch.
See what the left fielder does here. Big swing and a miss, strike three. And the Hawks have the first man down here in the bottom of the fourth. Walker Wright, the right fielder, steps in.
He also reached first base after a hit by pitch. So he's looking for his first hit tonight as well.
This one low and outside, and he gets behind the catcher Hart. Brenton Clark trot over and pick that one up. This one just on the outside corner, and maybe that strike zone starting to widen up a little bit. We saw Jace get a couple of those calls, and there we see LeGros say, well, hey, I may try that as well. This one low and outside. Walker swings over the top of that one. And the count is now 1-2. Walker will be followed by Ty Boozer. And if he is able to get on, we'll have Brenton Clark up to start the lineup over. This one, a shot to the first baseman. Carson Plunkett jumps up, pulls that one down. Just couldn't get quite enough lift on it to get over his head. Walker Wright is out. Now Ty Boozer, number 9 hitter, steps in from the right side. 2 outs here in the bottom of 4. The Hawks trailing by 2. Again, this is a one-game winner-take-all playoff. And that one just a little bit too outside and low.
Yeah, Boozer grounded out his first at-bat this evening.
The 1-0 now. A high towering shot sends the left fielder McCoy back, and it is gone! Home run! Ty Boozer off the big net in left field. And the Hawks cut the lead in half, 2-1.
And that is his second home run of the season, and really plays up to the Pleasant Grove crowd who are on their feet. See if this is the shot in the arm that Pleasant Grove was looking for. Brenton Clark coming in with 2 outs. See if he can extend this rally to add some more runs on the scoreboard.
And I'll be honest, Jay, from up here, that thing looked really high. And I thought it was going to be a routine fly out, and it just continued to carry on a windless night. So that was all Ty Boozer. Clark now looking at the 1-0 from the left side. This one outside. Brenton was intentionally walked last time up, and you feel like the coach is telling LeGros, I'm going to let you go at him, but don't put anything across that's easy. This one inside. Brenton jumps out of the way.
And LeGros missed
3-0 now.
LeGros missed a couple of spots these last 4 or 5 pitches.
Clark on this one sends the left fielder back, unable to get there, bounces off the wall. Brenton Clark will have a stand-up double into second. That one was on the same line as the one from Boozer, just about 10 feet lower by the time it got to the wall. Now Clark in scoring position on second as Jarrett Halter, the current pitcher for the Hawks, steps in, and we'll see if he can help ride some of this Hawk momentum.
Jarrett comes in with 16 RBIs for the season and has 6 doubles so far.
So the Plunkett and Hart go out to talk to LeGros for just a minute. Maybe talk over their plan here, and a big single or a double here from Halter would knot this thing up.
See how much of a focus that he puts on Brenton Clark at second base.
Halter with a hard shot out to left. This one carries foul, though. We'll see if the Hawk batters are able to start timing up some of these throws from LeGros.
Yeah, Lindale, if I'm head coach for Lindale, I'm a little concerned over those last 3 swings.
Jared Halter does not have a home run this season. He looks at ball 1 low and outside. This one just gets that outside corner. 1-2, and you can hear the Hawk faithful not liking it, but we have seen that the last couple of innings here.
You got the catcher setting up on the outside, and that ball's inside. He's missing his spots.
Yeah.
So we had a balk there,
had
I
a
guess.
balk call, because they were trying to get over and get Brenton out. He was just sort of trotting toward third base. And I'm not sure they knew what happened, but there was a balk called, and so now the Hawks with a man 90 feet away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Halter. And anything through the infield scores a run. High and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Catcher continues to set up on the outside corner.
That one low and outside. Jared Halter has worked this into a full count. If he gets on base, it'll bring up Spencer Browning. And they call that one a strike on the inside corner there, and I think it's where you want it to be. But the Hawks do get a run off the big deep ball from Ty Boozer. Cut this lead in half. We head to the top of 5. Pleasant Grove trails at 2-1. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back as we head into the top of the 5th. Hawks versus Eagles from Woods Field here at East Texas Baptist University. Jared Halter, the man on the bump for Pleasant Grove. Ty Boozer, big home run, able to cut the Lindale lead in half, 2-1.
Number 10, Jackson Parker.
We'll have the 9-hole hitter, then we start the top of the lineup back with Lindale. So we have Jackson Parker. And we'll start it back over with Caden Fleming and Ty McCoy. Parker is the right fielder. Halter's first pitch on that outside corner.
Score of interest, Liberty Allo leading 10-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Strike 2 here from Halter, straight down the middle. Again, that series is a 1-game winner-take-all over for Liberty Ilo as well as they play North Lamar. Strike 3, 3-pitch strikeout from Jared Halter.
And going back to the last inning, that is back-to-back Ks for Halter.
So now the lineup does start back over for Lindale. Number 5, Caden Fleming, the shortstop.
So Halter looking for his 40th K in the season.
Fleming will get the first strike via the long foul ball. The 0-1 to Fleming. This one right down the middle, a little off speed. He sort of stood there looking at it. 0-2, the count. This one fouled again off and to the right, just over the light pole, bouncing into the parking lot. Still 0-2. This one from Fleming Again, out to the right, out of play. Bounces over into the lawn chairs over on the right side. They have a little tiered area over there where you can set some lawn chairs up on the concrete or in the grass. Over by the right field dugout. This one also to the right. Fleming adding to Halter's pitch count. But the overall count still sits at 0-2. One out here in the top of the fifth. This one again over to the right and just out of play for Ty Boozer. He's steadily bringing those a little bit closer to the field and see if he leaves one in a spot that Boozer can get under. Caden Fleming, the leadoff man, shortstop. Looks at the 0-2. This one, a shot to Spencer Browning. Browning fires it across. Ty Boozer, out number 2. Elrod in a bit of a battle there with Caden Fleming. Never threw a ball. And they get the out. From shortstop to first. Now Ty McCoy, the left-hander, steps in.
Yeah, he comes in with 2 singles, so he has seen first base both times he has come up tonight. He's able to get out of that inside pitch.
Got to dodge this ball one there. This one inside as well, just over the feet. You see Cade telling Jarrett, hey, calm it down there. So in the last at bat that saw no balls, now we have 2 in a row. This one fouled off to the left, strike 1. Just a long strike over there near the covered batting cages that they have here at ETBU. This one low inside, bounces off the plate. It'll be 3-1. ETBU, a Division III school here. You see a lot of several kids from around the Texarkana area come play football here.
Beautiful campus.
Some pretty good programs, and yeah, very nice campus here. The 3-1, inside and low, and McCoy will reach via the walk. So the Eagles once again with a man on base.
Number 9, Jake Powell.
And that'll bring up number 9, Jake Powell. Number 3 man in the lineup. He's the third baseman.
And he has reached both times that he has come up to bat tonight. The first one a double, and then his last time up to bat, he was hit by a pitch.
See how Halter approaches him. This one down the middle, foul ball. Powell gets over the top of that one. We'll see how much attention Halter plays to Fleming over on first base.
Well, and that's actually McCoy, and he does have 12. He does have 12 stolen bases, which is tied for the team lead for Lindale.
Yeah, we got Fleming out. The 0-1, this one bounces low and outside. Good job by Cade Martin to get out there and stop that thing. And you can see Jarrett trying to wipe the ball off and sort of had a battle with a little bit of humidity tonight out there on the mound. 1-1, fires it back to first. Ty Boozer checking on McCoy. This one high, fouled back toward the screen. We'll see if Cade Martin can get under it. He does, and that's out number 3. Cade Martin tracking it the entire time, and the Hawks head to the bottom of 5, trailing 2-1. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
All right, welcome back here to Marshall as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Hawks trailing 2-1. Say a couple of shout-outs. Say hi to Quinn Stanfield watching us from home tonight. He, of course, the Friday night voice of the Hawks there at Hawk Stadium, and also Mr. Derek Sibley, who is former CFO at PG. And really one of the guys that helped orchestrate a lot of the bond projects we have going on here. Spencer Browning, playing shortstop now. Looks at strike 1 on the outside corner from LeGros.
He's reached first base both of his at-bats. First one was a walk, last one was a single.
Swing and a miss. This one was low and outside, and got to see that outside corner get picked up a couple of times, and that time LeGros just led Browning away from there. He's quickly down 0-2. Got Spencer Browning, Cade Martin, and Hunter Rose. The 3 due up. This ball in the same spot. Browning lays off of it there as it bounces in the dirt. The 1-2.
Center and right fielder playing a little end on Spencer tonight.
This one, little shot over the shortstop. It'll land. And Spencer Browning on base once again with a single, and that brings up Cade Martin. He hit into a double play his last time up.
Now batting number 24, Cade Martin.
And a little chopper back to the shortstop.
Coach Perlman giving Browning a couple extra words of encouragement.
Browning gets back to first as LeGros checks him there. Carson Plunkett, the first baseman, applying the tag, but not in time. Cade Martin steps back in now. The senior catcher batting from the right side, and he calls time, wants to talk about it. Of course, Cade Martin, Brenton Clark, the 2 normal seniors in the starting lineup for the Hawks. Cade with a bunt, just foul down the left field side. And pretty good bunt there by Martin. It just had a little bit too much English on it as it rolled out to the left, and he's down 0-1.
Yeah, I think he caught Powell there sort of sitting on his heels. Had that ball been in fair territory, I think Cade would have had a good chance of beating that one out.
The 0-1 now as Browning gets a decent lead over there at first base. This one low and outside, and Cade is mad at himself for swinging at that one. He thought it was going to hang up a little bit more than it did, and Cade is down now 0-2. He's swinging here. Same spot. This one gets past the catcher, and Browning will be easily into second base, and now the Hawks with a man in scoring position. As Spencer Browning stands on second base. Catcher Hart walking out there to talk to LeGros now as they discuss how they want to handle the man out on second.
And with no outs in this inning for Cade Martin.
Cade does have 5 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs. A 361 average on the season. Big spot there just over the shortstop's head. The 1-2, a shot past second base. Cade Martin is going to get to first, and the Hawks have a man on the corners. And that thing just kept trailing away from Ryan Batts at second, and he was unable to make a play on it.
Hunter Rose.
Now Hunter Rose will step into the left batter's box. With men on the corners. The Hawks will keep Cade Martin on the base pass. We've seen him put in courtesy runners a few times during the year. Martin will get a little lead over there at first. This one high and outside to Rose for ball 1. So the Hawks now with 2 men on, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. A chance to get something going here on the offensive side. This one low and outside. Ball 2 to Rose. Spencer Browning is on third. Cade Martin is on first. After Hunter Rose, have the designated hitter Buck Anderson, and then Jace Elrod. The 2-0 to Rose. 3-0. Again, high and outside. This one just inside the inside corner. Again, we've seen that same spot several times. Got it just up at the knees. Did LeGros. The 3-1 now. And they call that one a strike on the other side. And I think maybe Blue was just mad about Rose trying to take off on the last one, because that one, I think that one was a ball. Full count now to Hunter Rose. Fouls this one off. The screen. Back behind home. So a couple of strikes called on the outside corners after 3 balls in a row. The Hawks with men on the corners. Hunter Rose looking at a full count. This one high and outside, a no-doubter, and now we have bases loaded. No outs for the designated hitter, Buck Anderson, the sophomore. Steps in. And Lindale coaches want to take a second to think about it. You can hear the Hawk fans here. We want to hear the Hawk fans all around where you are. Cheering them on, get some momentum going here in the bottom of the 5th. Trailing 2-1, and they have Hudson LeGros a little rattled here. Bases loaded.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations are in order for Liberty Aloe, who did take their 1-game series over North Lamar, beating the Panthers 10-2. Their stream is almost over, but see them gathered around the pitcher's mound, and hopefully we'll have a few of their fans join us to watch Pleasant Grove as they are in the 5th inning. Bases loaded with no outs.
So congratulations to Coach Fowler and all the crew over there at Liberty Ilo on their win tonight as they move on in the playoffs. And so after a meeting on the mound, we step back in here. Bases loaded for Spencer Browning. Buck Anderson.
And Buck Anderson has come up big with runners in scoring position this season.
Buck looks at strike one, and that one just a little off speed right over the plate. The 0-1. Buck, a shot into right field.
This
Parker
should score
gets it,
two.
but the Hawks will score at least two. Buck Anderson stands at first. Hunter Rose is at third. And Pleasant Grove leads it 3-2.
So the bat's coming alive for Pleasant Grove now with 7 hits. And once again, Pleasant Grove with runners on the corners.
Chase Elrod steps in now from the left side. Hunter Rose 90 feet away at third. Buck Anderson on first. Elrod, big swing. Foul tip. Strike one.
Big cut by Elrod there. Anderson definitely taking a few extra steps after the pitch is delivered. See if he caught the eye of their catcher.
LeGros looks in now at the 0-1. Elrod fouls this one off and to the left. That one there on that outside corner. Elrod playing a little defense there. 0-2 for Jace Elrod. The next two up for the Hawks, Walker Wright and Ty Boozer. Elrod showing the bunt here on the 0-2, and now he calls for time, and maybe him showing that bunt has Caleb Hart out there trying to communicate with them. Do want to thank Anderson Orthodontics and Mims Insurance for presenting tonight's game and helping us bring it to you live. Elrod now from the left side, down 0-2. LeGros deals. Shot from Elrod towards center field. Center fielder's not going to get there. Bounces on the ground. Pleasant Grove will score at least one. It went over the fence. Ground rule doubles. It bounces, but Jace Elrod getting the crowd pumped up from second base. The Hawks with man on second and third, and Pleasant Grove leads 4-2 here in the bottom of the fifth.
And no outs. The winner of tonight's game is going to play Salina. They did 10-run rule the Godly Wildcats 11-0 in their game.
And it looks like we got a new pitcher coming in for Lindale. It will be number 12, Isaac Rogers. He's pitched 29 1/3 innings. He's won 4 games. He's given up 21 hits. Has 11 earned runs, 35 strikeouts. So Rogers gets warmed up here as Pleasant Grove gets the offense rolling here in the bottom of the fifth. We'll take a break while the Lindale pitcher gets ready. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in.
Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
Welcome back here to Marshall on the campus of ETBU. Pleasant Grove now leading 4-2 over Lindale. Jace Elrod's ground rule double bounced over the center field fence. And Jay, we talked about it. 400 feet out there to center. And that thing bounced at about 398.
Well, and you've had a couple of balls that have gone over the heads of the Lindale players, and while my playing experience was definitely not at the level of either one of these teams, it's definitely a lot easier to and faster to run in than it is to run out.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It seemed like they were playing relatively shallow, but they're still in the same spot. So now Walker Wright steps in. He's the 8th man in the lineup, playing right field tonight. Man on second and third, and he fouls this off that was inside, and I think it would have been hit by that pitch. You could hear our producer Frank over here saying, "Wear it." Frank, an avid baseball fan, does a good job producing for us. Most of the time you can see him on Longview game day, helping us out tonight. The 0-1 now to Walker Wright. This one is strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, I think there was a mix-up there with the call and what was thrown.
Yeah, I don't think that's where the catcher wanted that thing to go. And so the count is now 0-2 to Wright. Foul ball. Off and to the left. Wright showing bunt now on the 0-2. He does pull it back. Swing and a miss, and he is out. And so Isaac Rogers comes in and retires the first batter. That brings up Ty Boozer in his last at-bat. He put the Hawks on the board with a towering home run over the left field wall.
And although he did that and first base is open, you do not put him on for Clark.
Yeah, it's kind of a rough spot to be in.
You know, we've talked about Boozer coming in and playing this ninth hole hitter for Pleasant Grove, and has just done well.
He looks at the first two balls low and outside. And yeah, you don't want to give him something he can hit, but you do know if he gets on, you've got Brenton Clark coming up with bases loaded. And now Boozer wants to call time. Again, Isaac Rogers, the new pitcher in here, as the Hawks have run both Jackson LeGros and Hudson LeGros off the mound tonight. This one gets a little bit behind Caleb Hart, but he was able to get to it.
Center field just took about 2 extra steps in.
The 2-1 now to Boozer. Men on second and third. This one up high. 3-1. Shot over shortstop into the outfield. The Hawks will score 1. Elrod holds up at third. Ty Boozer is in at first. Pleasant Grove leads it 5-2. And now the top of the order steps in Brenton Clark, the senior second baseman.
Number 2, Brenton Clark.
Men on the corners and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Brenton Clark getting an extra signal from Coach Fincher as he also calls it across the field to Perlman, and Boozer on first.
Pitch from Rogers wide. High and outside. 1-0. Clark batting from the left side. Turns around on Second pitch fouled off to the right side. Coach Perlman, the barehanded field over there. The 1-1 now.
And not much attention being placed on Elrod, so he's getting down the line pretty good. Any pass ball would probably score him.
Ty Boozer steals second, and you can see he was trying to get out there maybe to see if Elrod could get in from third, but the pitcher did a good job, and now they're going to walk Clark. They want nothing to do with that, and he may have had something to say there to the pitcher about that, and so that brings up Jarrett Halter. He is the pitcher of record now for the Hawks as he steps in with bases loaded. And this one, a chopper that went just foul before it got to the third base bag over there, and the third baseman Jake Powell tried to dive over and get to it and couldn't, and that was kind of like the one that Lindale had earlier. It had danger written all over it and just went foul. The 0-1 now to Halter. One out here with the bases loaded in the bottom of the fifth. And that one bounced off of his arm. And Halter hit him on his arm. Yep. And yeah, so Lindale coach is not happy about it. Halter knew he was hit. He took off down there. The umpire said he was hit. Coach Fincher was keeping everybody still. He didn't know exactly what was happening.
Now
so
number 19, Spencer Browning.
So Halter hit by a pitch, brings one in on the bases loaded, and now Spencer Browning, the shortstop, stepping in. They shot towards center.
Score three.
The center fielder Carbo trying to go back, bounces over the wall, no, against the wall. Spencer Browning is going for third, slides in, triple. Spencer Browning clears the bases, and the Hawks lead 9-2.
Spencer Browning is 3 for 3 tonight. 2 singles and that base clearing triple to get the Hawks a 7-run lead in this 5th inning.
Jake Kerbo, the center fielder, you talked about it earlier, they're playing in. And he tried to turn it on to get back there to it, and he could not catch up to that one from Browning. It took a high bounce, too. I thought it might have a chance to bounce over the wall. But it bounced off the top, and it's a triple.
Yeah, Caden Adams is being asked to go to the bullpen for Lindale and has started warming up with a catcher.
Cade Martin now stepping in, the cleanup man in the lineup, the senior catcher with one out. Foul ball off and to the right, and it'll get just outside the field of play and out of the reach of Carson Plunkett, the first baseman. Spencer Browning stands on third. He's the lone Hawk on the bases after he cleared them out on a triple. And now the ball gets past the catcher, and nobody's on the bags because Spencer Browning races in from third base. And the Hawks lead 10-2. And Pleasant Grove has turned it on here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, I don't know if Spencer is the fastest runner on the Pleasant Grove Hawks team, but he's showing some speed the last 2 opportunities, him scooting around to third base and then him getting in for a stolen base after a passed ball there.
That one from Isaac Rogers, low and outside, and it bounces behind the catcher Hart as well. The 1-1 now to Cade Martin. This on that outside corner. Cade doesn't like it, but we've seen it all night long in that same spot. The 1-2 now. Cade standing all on the line, and that one just a little bit low. Still on the same line out there, just not up enough. That one may be too close for anybody to be comfortable with. Cade wants to think about it, so he calls time, steps out. Now he's back in the box. The 2-2 count. Turns on one, this one inside. Cade does a good job just to fight this one off, fouls it back toward the left field dugout.
Cade right on the line. That back foot. Getting as close to that plate as he possibly can.
The 2-2 again. This one up high and inside. Cade Martin has worked a full count. Cade will be followed by Hunter Rose and then Buck Anderson. Cade with a shot down third base. It's going to get to the wall. Cade Martin turns the corner at first, heads into second, and it's a double for Cade Martin. The senior catcher is in scoring position, and Hunter Rose will step in with one out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Not sure who has the task of cleaning Martin's jersey, but he slid into second base without really needing to, but it looked good.
You know, the big man turning the corner and running like that, he might have just been tired. I get it.
I get it too.
Rose from the left side, one out, one man on second. Rogers' pitch is outside and high. 1-0. And you still see Caden Adams over getting warmed up for Lindale. This one low, bounces behind the catcher, and Cade will now trot over to third base, and Pleasant Grove once again with a man 90 feet from home. More importantly, little ball over the field, over the fence here from Hunter Rose.
I think we are going to get a new arm here. This bottom of the fifth inning for Pleasant Grove, if you're looking at minutes played, is as long as this is longer now than the total time that Pleasant Grove has had at bat.
Yeah, definitely moving. And so the Eagles will bring in Caden Adams. When he comes in, we do want to remind you that tonight's game, once you get into the playoffs, you have to pay individual rights for every game that you come to. And so tonight, that was sponsored by Anderson Orthodontics, over there with Dr. Anderson, and then also Mims Insurance Agency, David and Drew Mims. So Caden Adams steps in for Lindale. He's pitched 25 and a third innings. He's given up 14 hits, has 28 strikeouts, and a .86 ERA, holding opponents to a .16 batting average, but has really only pitched about a third of the innings.
Number 15, Caden Adams.
And if you or your business would like to sponsor the next game, should Pleasant Grove pull this out, feel free to DM Texarkana Game Day or catch Morgan, Matt, or I on our cell phones. Not giving them out now, but I think each of our cell phones is easily obtainable. Matter of fact, you can Google.
There are enough people that have my cell phone number just from building these buildings.
Yes, no, you can Google any of our names, and our cell phones will probably come up.
Probably so.
Matter of fact, Morgan was sharing today the reason why he doesn't have voicemail on his. So if you can't reach him, you're going to have to text. So Pleasant Grove having a tremendous rally here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And seeing some comments on the stream talking about maybe two more right here, and it's over.
Hunter Rose.
Alluding to the 10-run rule.
Hunter Rose now steps in from the left side. And Caden Adams' first pitch high and outside for ball one. And Rose will make it to first base. The Hawks have men on the corners, and we do have a runner in for Cade Martin as they let him come off from over in third. Buck Anderson now steps in, the designated hitter. The sophomore wears number 23. He looks at strike one on the inside corner. Landon Fincher, the freshman, is out there on third, courtesy runner for Cade Martin. Hunter Rose is at first. Buck with a high, towering foul ball over to the right side, just over the right field wall. See if he can straighten that one out a little bit. Buck Anderson came in tonight's game batting .256. He does have one home run on the season. Hunter Rose trots into second. The ball gets away from Caleb Hart. Fincher holds over at third. Now the Hawks with two men in scoring position for Buck Anderson. One out here in the bottom of the fifth in an inning where Pleasant Grove has already run two Lindale pitchers. That time Hart tries his best to frame that one. It was low and outside. He tried to pull it up into that spot where pitchers have been able to pick up strikes all night long.
Lindale does have another arm in the bullpen.
Buck looks at the 2-2, this one inside, and now it's a full count. And Buck definitely saw that one better than I did, Jay, because it would have been hard for me to lay off of one that was that close. The full count now to Buck Anderson. Adams deals. High, deep shot. The center fielder, Carbo, gets it there. Fincher will not check up at third. And so we have two outs now, and Jace Elrod steps back in. All he did in his last at-bat was have a ground rule double bounce over the center field wall.
And that is definitely the reason why Fincher held the runner at third base. Try to get Jason an opportunity here for a double RBI walk-off hit.
He looks at ball one, low. Again, Fincher is on third. Hunter Rose is on second. Two guys with some speed. And Rose gets a huge lead. Elrod, strike one. Over on the outside corner, Coach Fincher. From there, and you can see Hunter Rose is about almost halfway to third by the time that ball is pitched. Elrod, shot to first. The first baseman is able to field it. But the Hawks do some damage in the bottom of the fifth. They went in trailing by one. They come out leading by 8. We'll take a break. As Jared Halter is still on the mound. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, welcome back here to Lindale. Against Lindale. We are in Marshall, Woods Field here at East Texas Baptist University. And the Hawks back on defense now after putting up 9 runs in the bottom of the fifth to lead this thing 10-2.
Did I tell you what the Liberty Allo score was?
Liberty Allo won 10-2.
Yes, they did.
There'd be some nice symmetry on the evening.
Could be a premonition of yet to come in 2 weeks.
Center fielder Jake Kerbo steps in. Said ball one, just a little bit inside from Halter. This one is called strike on that outside corner, but Cade gets past him again. He says, hey, that's on me. Sorry about that. Didn't get over there on it. The 1-1 count for Kerbo, the center fielder. He's the number 4 batter. This one a shot toward left field. And Jace Elrod is unable to get back on it, rather. He fires it over into second. But Kerbo with a big double.
Yeah, Fincher's going to take a little extra time to make sure Jace is okay, because he did
Elrod
hit that wall pretty hard.
He took a shot off the wall, and I think he's okay. Yeah, maybe go out there and just give him a minute to breathe. Hunter Rose ran over to check on him from center field, but yeah, he made a decent sound off of the wall out there as he tried to get over there on it, but that one was a shot from Kerbo. The next man up is the first baseman, Carson Plunkett. He'll be followed by number 3, Caleb Hart, the catcher, and then Cody Hendrick, the designated hitter.
Yeah, Plunkett has flown out his first 2 at-bats this evening.
So the heart of the lineup now up for Lindale. Top of the 6th, the Hawks lead it by 8 after a big 5th inning. And this one, a shot to right field. Walker right. Throws it into Cade Martin to prevent Kerbo from trying to turn the corner from third. And we'll see if Coach Fincher gives a sign to his infield, tells him what he wants him to do. Cade Martin, make sure everybody knows the plan.
Looks like Luke Flanagan is going to start throwing a few pitches down in the bullpen just in case he is needed. Probably not what Lindale wants to see.
Strike one. And this is number 13 up. Colby Myers is up for Lindale. And he swings at strike 2.
Yeah, Colby comes in this game with a .364 batting average.
So he's batting in place of the catcher, Hart. And Hart had quite a few get past him in that last half inning, and maybe they are going to let him get a rest, and so they bring in number 13, Myers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Jared Halter has the first out of the 6th. The Eagles have runners on the corners. Now number 14, Cody Hendrick, the designated hitter, steps in. Strike 1, outside corner.
Yeah, Hendrick grounded out his last at bat, and in the second inning he was hit by a pitch, so he's looking for his first hit tonight.
He ducks away from that one. That would have been a hit by a pitch also. 1-1, and now some of the Hawk faithful asking the Lindale faithful where their energy is. 1-1 now from Halter. Strike. And Cade Martin fires it over to Ty Boozer. And I'll tell you, Boozer did a good job to bring that one in there and keep it from getting away. Maybe they were trying to get the guy at third to take a little bit of the lead. Kerbo is at third. Carson Plunkett is at first. And now a foul shot. Coach Hart took that one off the chin there. Good thing he is well-bearded and unqualified to comment on that. So maybe protected the the teeth there a little bit. He might have had to go see Dr. Anderson. The 1-2, and Halter fires it over into first. Check on Plunkett. And Hendrick wants to take a minute to talk about it. He calls time. Halter picks up that rosin bag again, trying to keep that ball in his hand dry. The 1-2 from Jarrett. Right down the middle, strike three. And Jarrett Halter has set the last two down via the strikeout.
Number 4, Ryan.
Got to bring in number 4, Ryan Betts, the second baseman for Lindale.
And he did strike out his last time that he faced Halter.
That steps in now. 2 down now here in the top of the 6th. Lindale with runners on the corners. This one a little too far outside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 as Betts sort of flailed out there at that one. 1-1 now the count. Halter working quickly. A shot back to the pitcher, and Halter fires over to Ty Boozer at first. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Pleasant Grove leading 10-2. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, welcome back here to Marshall. Caden Adams, the man on the mound for Lindale, as the Hawks ran 2 Eagle pitchers off in the last inning en route to a 9-run bottom of the 5th. And now the number 8 man in the lineup, Walker Wright, steps in. This inning we'll have Walker Wright, Ty Boozer, and Brenton Clark up to bat. So Adams now with the first offering. Wright over to third base. And Powell gets it to Plunkett. And the Hawks have 1 man down here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up the number 9 man, Ty Boozer. He started the Hawks scoring off in the bottom of the 4th with a solo shot to left field. We'll see if he can keep his knot going. This one right in the bottom of the strike zone, in for strike 1. This one right on that outside corner. Strike 2. It's very funny to hear both fan bases get really mad about that same pitch, depending on who is up to bat. Boozer, though, is down 0-2 here. Now he fights this one off, foul over to the right. It'll bounce on the concrete and out into the parking lot. Boozer with a good job to stay alive there on that one. The 0-2 now. And And this one high and inside as he steps out of the way of that one, right up there near the eyeballs. That's a good job to let that one go past him. It bounces off the backstop and back to the catcher. And the count's now 1-2. Adams sends it. Shot into center field. It gets down, and Ty Boozer is going to turn the corner. The center fielder has a problem dealing with it, and Ty Boozer gets all the way into second. Good heads-up play. Boozer kept his eye on the ball as he ran into first. Jake Kerbo couldn't field it cleanly, and Boozer turned the corner at first and got himself into second base, and that brings up Brenton Clark. He's been intentionally walked twice tonight. First base is open, and we'll see what they try to do. Clark steps in from the left side. Adams is the pitcher. He deals. Shot. Second baseman gets over there to it, but he can't field it cleanly, and Brenton Clark is in at first. Ryan Betts did a good job just to get over and get that ball stopped. Sort of slid to get out there on it. When he tried to make the transfer to his throwing hand to get over to first, he was unable to do so. Would have been a close play regardless.
Jarrett Halter.
Brenton Clark gets in, and now that brings up Jarrett Halter. He'll be the pitcher of record for this game. Runners at the corners for the Hawks. As Ty Boozer is on third, Brenton Clark on first. Halter, a little chopper. Back toward the shortstop. They can't make a play at second, and Halter's in at first. He is safe. Boozer scores. And now Brenton Clark runs all the way to third because nobody was covering third base. And the Hawks once again have men at the corners. Good heads-up play by Clark. Pleasant Grove leads at 11-2. And the winning run is 90 feet away as Spencer Browning steps in with one out. Jarrett Halter is at first.
Spencer Browning is looking to go 4 for 4 tonight if he gets a game-winning RBI with this at bat.
The pitch from Adams. A deep shot by Browning.
That should be the ball game.
It's going to send McCoy back. Clark checks up, running towards home. There won't be a play. Hawks win. Pleasant Grove wins it in a walk-off. 12-2. Spencer Browning with a big sacrifice fly to left. Brenton Clark comes in for the score. And on the heels of a massive 9-run bottom of the fifth, Pleasant Grove gets the 2 they need in the bottom of the sixth. And a 12-2 victory to match our friends and opponents in our district and across town, Liberty Ilo, in matching 12-2 victories tonight in what were both one-game playoff series. And so the next matchup up will be versus the Salina Bobcats, the team that put Pleasant Grove out of the playoffs last year. Liberty Ilo then beat them the next week in a 1 game. And so Pleasant Grove and Salina meet once again. Those details, I'm sure, will be ironed out in the next day or so. Be looking for those on the PG Athletics Facebook page, and then we'll have it shared for you right here on Texarkana Game Day. But in a game where Hunter Rose pitched pretty good, Lindale was able to get a couple of runs against him, get some stuff going. They bring Jarrett Halter in. He's able to stymie the Eagle offense from there. Pleasant Grove really unable to get anything going. They get a home run from Boozer in the bottom of the fifth, and I'm assuming the bottom of the fourth, and in the bottom of the fifth, they turn the lineup over a couple of times as several Hawks get timely hits. Jace Elrod, Spencer Browning, especially in that, and Pleasant Grove comes around with a 12-2 victory here in Marshall. Jay, what you think about that?
Well, it was a very, very exciting fifth inning, and we talked about the ability for the Hawks to put multiple runs up in an inning off camera, and they definitely brought that out in the fifth inning, and we just talked about how much time it felt like that fifth inning took compared to the totality of the game to that point. And Pleasant Grove just continues to look better and better each week. And so we're going to be looking for a big game this coming week with Salina.
Yep, big matchup, big rematch versus Salina coming up. But for all of us here in Marshall, that will do it for tonight. A 12-2 victory for your hometown Pleasant Grove Hawks. Be looking for details on our next matchup. But for all of us here, our producer, Frank, and my partner, Jay, over here, thank you guys for watching tonight. And we pray for all the Hawks that are here to have a safe trip home. God bless all of you watching from Texarkana. And we will see you next week. This has been a presentation of Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day. Any parting words, Mr. Davis?
Well, just safe travels for both teams. And Hawk fans, we get one more week to watch this team continue their attempt to return to Austin.
We'll see you next week. This is Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball.